Coach, what style of play does Kent State play, and who are players to watch for them?
They play at a very fast pace. I think they're right at 72 possessions a game. They've got the preseason player of the year in their conference, which I think is an outstanding conference, always has been. And Carey, I mean, I like him a lot. He's good. He had 42 in a game last year against Ball State. The Jacobs kid is just a tough kid that can make threes, but he's more of a mid-range monster. Scores off the bounce, really good. Those two guys are their two best players. They've got a kid that plays on Puerto Rico's national team, Santiago. Left-handed kid, very good shooter. Their three-man Thomas. Their four-man Thomas presents problems because he's one of the trends in college basketball now, instead of setting screens, people ghost those screens. So they fly up like they're getting ready to plant their feet and set a screen. Then next thing you know, they just abort and they just fly out. And these skilled fours are really good at getting you to create some confusion at the point of contact. And then they leak out for threes. He's really good at that. Hornbeak kid's their best rebounder. Veteran team, older team. Rob Senderoff is the all-time leading in wins in the history of that school as far as basketball. And I think everybody that follows basketball knows how tradition-rich Kent State University is over the years. So really good team, good depth. The Sullinger kid off the bench gives them a really good guard. You know, he can play point or two. He's from basketball royalty up in Ohio with Jared Sullinger, who played at Ohio State. Went on, I think he played with the Celtics, some other NBA teams. He's the nephew of Jared. The godfather, Satch Sullinger, is a good friend of mine over the years. Has his handprint because one of the assistant coaches is his son as well. So he's got a son and a grandson that plays for Kent State. But really, really well-coached team. They know what they're doing. They love to get out in transition. Their guards rebound the ball. But everything starts with the Carey kid. He's a very talented kid. The player that we've played against that he most reminds me of would be Jelly Walker from UAB.